Welcome to the Riff Table Arcade. This is FighterXaos hosting again. Last week I wasn't here because I didn't really have anything to say. Here with me as always is 16-bit Jeff. Say hi.
What's up?
And Double RPG.
Yo.
And Double RPG, what are we doing here this time?
Well, first of all, welcome back, Jerry.
Yes.
And FighterXaos. And second of all, today's topic, well, it is December, and you know what that means. It's that time of the year again where many websites and many things on the internet have to go through award shows for like the best or worst games of 2013. And Spike has been no different in that category, as they're hosting another round of the Video Game Awards this year, or as they would like to call it, VGX.
Mm-hmm.
So we decided here at the Riff Table Arcade, or from the Game Riffers, to get together and talk to you about the possible games that they probably will be introducing or showcasing, or what our predictions for like best, some of the best games are, or overall game of the year and that kind of stuff. So, Yep, we decided to get together and do that, and we are going to talk about it right now.
Yep.
So I guess how we're going to do this is we're going to go one at a time. I think each one of us, one at a time, we're going to say what we depict, you know, the best games of the certain categories and overall game of the year in our minds. And then after that, we talk about the possible, debut showcasings of certain games that we would expect from the VGAs as well.
Right.
So, Jerry, why don't you go first? Why don't you give us your opinions about some of the best games in the certain genres and overall game of the year?
Well, do I have to look at the VGX?
It's mostly Western-oriented, but...
I noticed that, yes. I noticed that very much.
Uh-huh. And also, if you guys go to spike.com, you can also check out the categories, what they have for the best in each of the categories.
Yep.
And of course, they will bring about South Park Stick of Truth and Grand Theft Auto 5 exclusive, so that's to be expected. But anyway, Jerry, go ahead and deliver your, your thoughts on the what game of the year or some of the best stuff should be. It doesn't have to be all of them, but
I noticed. I'm looking right. The very first one I just looked at here is best independent game. And let's see, we got Gone Home, Kentucky Route Zero, Papers, Please, and The Stanley Parable. The only one I've heard of is The Stanley Parable. I don't know if it'll be my pick because I haven't played any of these. So.
Right.
Yeah, me either. I mean, I haven't played a lot of indie games this year, except for, I think the only indie game I played was on the Wii U, and I think that was that was actually last year with Well, I guess you could say Mighty Switch Force 1 and 2, but I probably would. Well, I was probably going to say Cloudberry Kingdom, but then I forgot that Ubisoft published it. That puzzle platformer or whatever. Yeah.
I'm actually, you know what? I'm looking at this. I have to give my thoughts on this. The only thing that's viewer voted is mobiles and anticipate. The only thing that the viewers can vote for this time, different from last year, I believe, because I believe when it first started, you could vote for all of these. But not anymore, it seems. All we can do is vote for most anticipated game and best mobile game. And by mobile, let's see what they mean. If they mean handhelds or... Nope, they mean phone games. Not even Vita 3DS. And
way to go, Spike!
So we can just
way to be diverse.
You know, all the hardcore gamers. Yeah, they'll totally love only being able to vote for mobile. That they don't even play.
I find that term to be derogative.
Yep.
What defines a hardcore gamer? That's the question that is...
Fine, I'm politically incorrect. Fine.
It's kind of like, it's hard to explain the concept of love, because there's so many meanings, but what's the one true definitive meaning of the term? But you get what I'm saying. That's just a little bit of a, analogy or whatever. But anyway,
I was gonna go with a joke there, but never mind.
But in all seriousness,
I'm gonna say these mobile games, since it's still my turn. Angry Birds Star Wars, Infinity Blade 3, Plants vs. Zombies 2, and Ridiculous Fishing. The coolest looking one is Infinity Blade 3, and the one I actually have fun playing with is Angry Birds. Because I don't know why I like Angry Birds, but I do. And the other thing you can vote for is most...
Okay.
So, the other thing you can vote for, again, very Western-oriented, as you mentioned, by the way. Most anticipated game, and none of them... None of them are things like... What's that game coming out for PS4? It's like an MMO, Japanese MMO. Japanese
Final
RPG.
Fantasy 14, A Realm Reborn?
But not even... No, not 14. Not Final Fantasy. It's like Extended View, Extra... Something... X something...
Oh, you mean Monolith Soft's new game?
No. It's for Sony. I know Monolith is Nintendo.
Shoot. I'm drawing a blank too.
Yeah, I'm really drawing a blank.
Extended.
But then again, most of Sony's franchises are from the Western standpoint.
I'm actually looking up the PS4 game list.
Seriously, I'm really drawing a blank. I don't know why.
It's a Japanese game, and it's coming for PS4 or Vita. And not that.
Just 514?
No, it's Japanese.
Oh, it's just Japanese, okay.
And it's not a PS4 thing. Is it a Vita thing? Oy vey. And by oy vey, I mean oy vey. Oh, never mind. Anyways, never mind. I'm not even gonna waste the time. Anyways, the games we have are Destiny, Titanfall, South Park, The Witcher 3, and Watch Dogs.
Watch Dogs.
Personally, for me, it's Watch Dogs and Destiny. It's like a tie.
Yeah.
Because Destiny
agreed.
Looks
well, I don't know, Jeff. You said you were kind of anticipating Titanfall.
Yeah, well, it's hard for me because I'm really intrigued in Destiny. I mean, it's done by the same team that created Halo, one of the biggest IPs in the last decade. Titanfall looks really fun, but I'm really hoping it doesn't blow up in Respawn's face because, let's face facts, this could be EA's answer to freaking Call of Duty. Basically, the cycle continues once more.
Yeah, I mean, when it comes to Jason West and Vince... and Pella, yeah, that's probably going to be their Call of Duty year after year thing.
Here's something I'm actually excited that makes me happy, even though this is all, like, the one thing that made me was, like, no Japanese love. One thing that does make me happy, though, 3 out of the 5. 1, 2, 3. Yes, 3 out of the 5. All new IPs.
That's true. That is true.
Oh, yes. That is you're absolutely correct.
That makes me happy. It's almost like new generation. Let's have some new fresh blood in there, you know?
Yeah. But honestly, I'm really conflicted because I think this is actually a good section for most of today's game because all these games I'm really anticipated for. But if I only have to, I would honestly have to choose one right on the spot. I would have to say The Witcher 3, Wild Hunt.
Well, that does seem good too. I know. I said, for me, the top 2 are those though.
Yeah, it's Watch Dogs for me.
But see, that's a hard thing about this section. Like Watch this Dogs section right here is a really good nomination spot right there, at least.
Now here is I'm gonna go into it. Now I'm gonna go into my big problem with this award show being Western oriented. The thing that just gets me. Best fighting game of the year.
Oh boy.
Oh gosh.
We have to see this.
They overlooked all those Japanese games that came out. There was some that came out during the year.
Wait a minute, Tekken Revolution's Japanese.
That's the only one, and B, it's the free-to-play one that's not really a fighting game that people in the FGC play. It's Tekken Tag that they play.
No disrespect.
Yes, that is true.
I think this is funny, but is it just me, or is it funny that Tekken Revolution is the nomination, while freaking Dive Kick is too?
Dive Kick? I love... Dive Kick. Dive Kick is fun.
Don't get wrong, I love Dive Kick like most of you guys, but really? Best fighting game?
Exactly.
Seriously?
I would say either Injustice or Killer Instinct.
Yeah.
Injustice, Western game, is good, but random. Killer Instinct hasn't even been
Oh
out
yeah, I like.
for long.
Well, yeah, that is true, and I think Injustice holds up really well.
I have tons of fun with it on the PS4.
But Jerry, I agree with you because, like, what about the other games that came out this year, like DOA 5 Ultimate?
Exactly.
What about
Persona?
Tekken Tag 2?
Exactly.
Or, yeah, I'm not a huge fan of Persona, but why didn't that game get a
Tekken Tag 2? That was last year.
Well, the Persona 4 Dead or Alive 5 Ultimate are this year.
Yeah.
But yeah, Tekken Tag is last year. But like I said, it's almost like they needed Western-made games so badly they overlooked those, which are actual fighting games, for Dive Kick and Tekken Revolution, which Tekken Revolution is basically casual, like.
It's free to play.
It's something that the people who are actually in
it's
the
free
FGC
to play based.
Don't really. I played it. There are people I know in the FGC who play it, but none who play it seriously because it's not a tournament game. Killer Instinct and Injustice are. But why are the only 2 tournament games Western and there was 2 other tournament games not here? It's almost like they needed to not have Japanese games so bad. Like, really? Really?
I agree on that point.
You know, Jerry, if you take a look at like the nominations for Best RPG, you'll actually be surprised they're all Japanese franchises.
Well,
I'm gonna go here right now. Let's see what we got.
That's good to hear, really.
Final Fantasy, Fire Emblem. Okay, thank you. JRPGs get love.
But see, this is the problem. This is another good one. It's so good that it's hard to choose.
I know. For me, it's obviously a tie between Fire Emblem Awakening and Ni no Kuni.
Yeah,
and
I'm the same way too.
While I haven't played Ni no Kuni, Fire Emblem Awakening is phenomenal. Not only for a strategy game, but for a Fire Emblem game as well. And I definitely consider it to be one of the best in the series.
I played Final Fantasy. It's not bad, but I agree with you. Fire Emblem or Ni no Kuni, it's between those 2. Pokemon is good too, but
it's just another Pokemon game.
Exactly.
Oh, of course, yeah. I wouldn't mind Fire Emblem Awakening 1, but if Ni no Kuni did win, that's the one I'm pushing for.
Matter of fact, instead of Pokemon, I would have liked to see at least again. Now to go back, because I'm not trying to say all Japanese all the time. I actually want to see what I mean by no Japanese is I want to see fair representation.
Exactly.
This I would have liked to see a Western RPG take a place.
Agreed, like
Pokemon.
a diversity. That's what you gain at. Yeah.
I want to see both sides of the hemisphere be.
Well, that's actually a good question. If it wasn't Pokemon X and Y, which one would you replace it with in regards to a Western RPG?
I was actually trying to think of the ones that came out. I know there's some good ones.
Because I know because I was going to say The Witcher 2, but that came out last year. Like the console version, so... Yeah, but in regards to Western RPGs... Dragon's Dogma!
But that's
Capcom. Oh wait, no, that's right. That's a Capcom JRPG. Yeah.
Here we go. 2013 is this year, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, because there's really not a lot that come to mind when it comes to Western RPGs.
I know.
For this year.
Thankfully, the genre has gotten bigger over the years, but I agree with you guys. It's still a little stagnant compared to JRPGs.
You know, I'm actually kind of.
I don't think any big Western ones came out this year.
I'm actually very surprised that.
So I guess even if they wanted to, they couldn't do it.
You know, I'm actually very surprised. Guys, I'm actually very surprised that Tales of Exilia is not on the list.
Good point.
That could have replaced Pokemon.
I mean, I played a lot of Tales game, but Tales of Exilia is just incredible.
Now here's something I don't know.
Because it did a lot of things that were not done for the series before, obviously.
Yeah. Here's something I don't know anything about, so I'm going to ask y'all.
It kind of took...
Go ahead.
Okay.
We'll finish your thought.
Well, it's just that... Well, I kind of finished my thought already, but go ahead, Jim.
Okay. This is the list for best Xbox game.
Okay.
Now, this is just for Xbox. It looks like 360. Actually, yeah, it is 360.
Yeah, it is mostly 360.
I imagine.
BioShock Infinite, Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons, Grand Theft Auto 5, or Tomb Raider.
Guess what?
Tomb Raider
They're all
on PS3.
platforms.
Exactly. I've played there on PS3, so... For you guys, then, which one do you think?
That's a good question. I would say... it's either Grand Theft Auto 5 or Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons.
Since it came out originally for the Xbox exclusively, I would go with Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons.
Alright. Well, there you go. I guess, no, that's the thing. 360 didn't have a lot of exclusives, did they? Jeez.
I know they.
No, they don't.
Not that I know of this year, to be honest. Yeah.
I guess not. Those are all. Okay, then here's something for you.
Look.
Double R.
Okay, sure.
I just wanted to be weird like that. Sorry, listeners. I keep forgetting people listen to this. Nintendo for Wii U.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
The choices are Pikmin 3, Rayman Legends, Super Mario 3D World, and The Wonderful 101.
Oh my god.
Ooh.
I would go as far to say it's really hard between the four. Because I played all four of those games, and they are just all really top notch.
Yes, they are.
That is just, oh man, that is just really.
I feel
really
like picking any of them over the other is gonna break my heart.
I know.
I know.
Honestly.
Pikmin 3's incredible. Rayman Legends is incredible. Super Mario 3D World is incredible, and The Wonderful 101. It's very incredible as well.
You know what? If I had to choose, it would be between Rayman Legends and The Wonderful 101, mainly due to the fact that either of those ones I'm hoping would show that there's people that want third-party support exclusivity for Wii U.
I agree.
That is the only thing, if I hope, Wonderful 101 just shows, hey, there's more to Nintendo than just Mario, even though you love him.
Because that's the thing, I love Super Mario 3D World, and I love Pikmin 3, but if either of those two win, I'm sorry, but I think that's going to show a negative image of just showing that fans just want third-party support from Nintendo and not third-party.
See, here's what I want to say about Nintendo, about people who view Nintendo. Now, you and me and Double R, all of us here know Nintendo is much more than just Mario.
Uh-huh.
Okay, yeah.
But
exactly.
How many of the normal person, when they think of Nintendo, just think Nintendo is, hey, we're Nintendo, we have Mario.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it.
A vast majority of them.
Exactly.
When the truth is, hopefully a game like Wonderful 101 or Rayman Legends winning can show them, hey, we have Mario and more.
It changes the norm of the view of Nintendo. That's why I'm saying that.
Yeah.
Because I think that's what's really hurting Nintendo this generation. Is that modern audiences just think Nintendo is still Nintendo, when in fact they're trying to change, but still keep that original ideal that they've been having since the mid and late 80s, you know what I mean?
Well, I don't think it's just that, Jeff. It's also because when you take a look at Nintendo, they're the people that take game development very seriously when it comes to quality.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
So it's very... it's so that's why a lot of people tend to view them more as for first-party exclusives, is because of that factor.
Yeah.
Well, and that's something that, it's both Nintendo's greatest strength and their greatest weakness.
Yep. Yes.
Exactly.
It's its greatest strength because, quality games, they tend to get more replay value and they tend to sell a lot more units, as to why Nintendo doesn't even have to worry about the used games market, like they have stated from before. They're not even worried about any of the used games that they have, because their games will sell over time.
Oh yeah.
But it's a weakness because it doesn't give third parties to shine.
Exactly. And it's sad
and it's not that, it's not only I blame them for that, but I also blame third parties for not even trying as well.
It's really the industry as a whole, along with Nintendo. That's what you're getting at.
Yeah, it's the industry as a whole.
Everybody's fault. Everybody has.
If you want a hater, if you want somebody who hates Nintendo, take a look at Next Gen 720 or Black Bond. Those guys are the epitome of Nintendo hate right there. They're people that tend to ruin the game industry because of their just petty hatred, their childish behaviors.
Yeah.
But yeah, just going between what the games are, it's in all honesty, for mainstream view, it's probably going to be Mario. But if I had to choose one, I would say The Wonderful 101, because it's the only new game, new IP out of all four of them that are in the category.
Actually, I wouldn't mind the Wonderful 101 one, but I'm really hoping Rayman Legends, mainly due to the fact that there's one thing that I like that Rayman has done for the industry, especially with platforms, is the need that we do no longer need lives. That system is archaic.
Mm-hmm.
It's a relic of the arcade days.
Exactly. It's no longer usable. Like, I don't mind it being used for Super Mario, but for Rayman, especially what Ubisoft Montpellier did, they showed that what they did is that we really don't need it. It's just like it's kind of pointless these days. The live system is pointless. It's like, what's the point of having it? I'm getting at, I think what Ubisoft did was a better job of that ideal than what Nintendo did. In all due respect.
Yeah.
Okay, I get you, but I'm with Kyle that I think Wonderful 101 should win because it's a new IP.
I'm not saying either one. I'm saying, you know what I mean?
I know. I'm just saying I'm with Kyle.
Yeah.
Because in all honesty, because all in all, like I said, I view them all as great winners.
Yeah.
Because they're all really well made.
Oh, of course.
Now here's the next few I'm going to go through. I'm going to go to PlayStation, then I'm going to go to Best Handheld Game, which I did not see earlier.
Yes, I was going to ask you, Jerry, about Best PlayStation Game, because...
Yes, you noticed I was doing Xbox,
1 out of 4 of them is exclusive to Sony.
Alright, here we go.
One of them is exclusive to Sony.
We have the one exclusive. We have, like Xbox, a lot of... Hey, Tomb Raider twice.
Mm-hmm.
Tomb Raider really was that good, eh?
Yeah.
What about the single player?
Yeah, the multiplayer...
We have By the way, we have Grand Theft Auto 5, Rayman Legends again.
Mm-hmm.
Not only on the... It didn't make it on the Xbox one, but it made it on the PS and PS1. Like Nintendo.
Yeah.
The Last of Us, and like I already said, Tomb Raider.
Yeah.
You know, I'm gonna call right now, and since because I'm having a feeling that Naughty Dog's gonna announce something related to Uncharted, it's gonna be freaking Last of Us.
Last of Us is gonna win. Yeah.
It's gonna be Last of Us.
Yeah, I'm honestly thinking that it's gonna be The Last of Us, but but I went back and played the game, and personally, I kind of have changed my opinion about it. But you know, from the mainstream view standpoint, I honestly believe that The Last of Us will actually win this category.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think that's what's gonna win. As for me personally, Rayman, that's what I'd actually like to win PlayStation.
No, I understand.
Yeah, because it originally started out on the PlayStation.
Yeah, exactly. I still have
the first Rayman did.
See, that's why I'm conflicted, because on one point I'm agree with you guys, because it originally did start on both the PlayStation and Saturn, Sega Saturn platforms, but at the same time, this particular Rayman title was originally a Wii U exclusive.
This particular one, but Rayman itself, like,
as a whole, I understand,
But somebody in the comments mentioned there's plenty of exclusive PlayStation games that could have been here. Sly Cooper, Ratchet and Clank,
yes.
What? Tearaway's Vita.
Puppeteer,
yes.
Puppeteer, yes.
Puppeteer is a everybody's sleeping on that game, man.
Yes.
That's gonna become a cult classic.
It's gonna be like I'm trying to think what's a good sleeper hit.
I know a lot of people. Well, that too, but I know a lot of people think it. But
Ni no Kuni.
Enough. Game Informer does. The 2010 remake of Splatterhouse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So yeah, we have Last of Us is probably most likely gonna win, but I would love to have seen Puppeteer, Ratchet and Clank, and what's the other one I said? Sly Cooper.
Yeah, Sly Cooper.
Be there, because those are. That's the thing about Sony. They have a lot of good exclusives, and yet they.
I really hate.
Really, they didn't.
And I really hate to think that. I really hate, and I would really have hated to see Gran Turismo 6 be on that list, because that game comes out tomorrow.
Well,
funny
enough, they didn't do it with PlayStation, but
transactions.
They did it with Killer Instinct, where it's like, it just came out, let's put it here, but at least,
Yeah.
Well, it's funny thing about PlayStation, it's like, they have a lot of... Nintendo does have the way more well-known, but Sony's up there with having... First parties.
They're almost neck and neck. That's what we basically get.
Almost neck and neck, but I still see Nintendo having a slighter advantage in that category.
But my point is about that is like, and yet you didn't shine a light on any of those.
I know.
Yeah.
I think it's really a lost opportunity. Yeah. And I agree with you guys. Yeah.
Now here's the next one I wanted to go to. Since,
yes.
I guess I'll speed this one up a little more. I'm
Best
looking at the time. Best handheld game.
Yep.
Is Animal Crossing New Leaf.
Yes.
Pokemon XY, Tearaway, and The Legend of... Oh, God.
A Link Between Worlds.
Yeah.
A Link Between Worlds. Hands down.
Yes.
Hands down.
Very, very close second would be Tearaway, actually.
Hands down.
Tearaway is amazing. But Link Between Worlds, yeah, that's like no contest.
Yeah, that is no contest. Have you played A Link Between Worlds, Jerry?
That is my
Not yet, but I've been hearing that it's awesome for guys like me who didn't really feel Skyward Sword.
It is awesome for people whose favorite is A Link to the Past.
Mm-hmm. Like yours truly.
This is like and yours truly here as well.
Yep.
It is like a gift from the goddesses or from the gods.
I see what you did there, but in all seriousness, I would say A Link Between Worlds 2 because me personally, this is the first. And it's kind of wrong because before we started recording, you said one of the guys from Two Best Friends said this too during their recent episode of their podcast. But this is the first Zelda game that I've truly enjoyed since the Wind Waker, mainly due to one thing. And I'm not saying this to bash 2011 Skyward Sword or Twilight Princess. They're great games on their own merits, but if there's one thing that I've missed from those two titles, it was the fun factor, you know what I mean? And this is the game that really brought me back and said, like, I'm full on with this change of not only Zelda, but to bring that fun and whimsical aspect back to the series, you know what I mean? And it was also the fact of how much they really changed it for the better, especially with the dungeon layout too, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like ironic how...
And not to mention, too, Jeff, it's also funny that you bring that up as well, because this is the first game in quite a while which we have seen it take place during the Hyrule's Decline timeline.
I know.
Timeline that started it all.
Yep.
Where you see that somewhat original art style for The Legend of Zelda from back on the NES to the Super Nintendo and the Game Boy.
So I guess it's kind of unanimous of us saying...
I just want to say, Tearaway, really, really, really...
Oh, yeah.
Really, really good, though.
And then it's kind of
I think Zelda's going to win. I'm just saying, Tearaway, no, seriously, Tearaway's awesome. Like,
well, that's the funny thing you're bringing up, because when it says best PlayStation game, why didn't they include, like, a mixture of both PS3 and Vita games?
Yes, exactly.
They feel like Nintendo, like, best Nintendo could either mean for both Wii U or 3DS.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't do that, though. Nintendo was just Wii U and best.
I know, but wouldn't that be better if they did?
Yes, it would be, because handheld, it's kind of weird. They separate the consoles, but then the handheld, Vita and 3DS are together. Like, what?
And going for the handheld and mobile categories, wouldn't it be better if they just made one and not have both? Because when you think about it, both on handheld are kind of the same, but that's just my...
But wait, didn't you just say they should be separate?
No, I'm just... Yeah, they are, but I'm just saying the ideal, you know what I mean?
Anyways, Link Between Worlds wins. Tearaway is the winner in my heart.
Oh, yeah. Like, it's a dead
because Tearaway has so much, like Link, it has a lot of, seriously,
it has a lot of charm. It has like that charm.
It has some good ideas.
Yeah.
Link takes it, but Tearaway.
Mm-hmm.
But it's freaking Molecule, and also it's a new IP, mind you.
Yeah, basically what I'm trying to say is Link takes it, but please don't overlook Tearaway.
Exactly.
Listeners, if you haven't.
Yeah.
Well, it's a good. Well, even if it doesn't win, Jerry, at least it's being nominated. So.
Oh yeah, better than nothing.
Anyway, so right now I'm looking for best shooter. The games I don't play.
But the games
I think the games that all of us don't play.
Well, except for me, because I play...
Yeah, you do play Battlefield from time to time.
Well, and of course I have Killzone Shadowfall, which...
I had Killzone. I love
honestly,
it.
I'm gonna try to beat it, and then after I beat it, I'm gonna take it back.
Honestly, I did not even try it.
I like it. I just didn't like the save system.
Mm-hmm.
It said checkpoint reached. I'm like, yay!
Yes.
Turned it off, and then all of a sudden, I'm way back.
I agree.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, now let's take a look at the...
Sorry.
The shooters.
Yeah, Battlefield, Bioshock, Infinite, Call of Duty, and Metro Last Night.
I'm stuck between Bioshock Infinite and Metro Last Night, to be honest.
Yeah, exactly. Those two are...
I would say Bioshock Infinite.
Bioshock ekes it out for me.
Yeah.
Barely.
Like, Metro was my second, like if there was like a runner-up, Metro would be my runner-up, but Bioshock, I enjoyed it more, not for the gameplay, but more of the story, to be honest.
Oh, of course. I really do like the dynamic between Booker, DeWitt, or whatever his name is, and what's her name?
Elizabeth,
yes. That's like one of the best things about that game. It's just the dynamic between the two, how they help each other out to get through the whole game, the whole game's story.
Yeah.
For me, the reason I pick Bioshock is just because I just, even though she's fake, I just hope Elizabeth notices me.
Oh God.
Oh jeez. Oh yeah. You did kind of spoil it there, didn't you? That she doesn't exist.
Don't spoil it for the
you already bleep that.
Yay.
No. No, it's okay. I'm sure a lot of people may know by now.
Yeah.
The other thing I want to look at, which I actually do care about a little bit more than shooters, because I actually do play these. Best racing game.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes. Or best driving game.
F1 2013, Grid 2, Forza Motorsport, Need for Speed Rivals.
Rivals.
Yeah,
Rivals.
That's unanimous.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Forza 5 looks really good, especially for a launch title. But the thing is, I've played Rivals, and I haven't played Forza 5 yet, so I'm going for one I've played.
I think it's also because I think is it safe to say the three of us enjoy arcade racers more?
Yes,
yeah.
Need for Speed Rivals is kind of like that, because not only are you playing the racers, but you're also playing as the cops this time around, so it's kind of a dichotomy between the two with trying to get through both their campaigns at once.
Mm-hmm.
And
and it looks very pretty for
oh yes,
it's very pretty on the PS4.
Ooh, we forgot those guys, the Master Race. How did I forget their platform of choice?
The who?
The Master Race.
What are you talking about? Master Race?
Jeff, explain what I mean.
I'm going to explain it in the chat so we won't get in trouble.
Okay. Another one that I actually kind of wanted to touch base upon myself. Best voice actor and voice actress.
Well, yes, but let me talk about what I meant, which you just put a dude's name, which that. Okay. Well, he's a fan of the show. No, what I meant was best PC game. Best PC
I see
game.
who you're talking about, Jeff.
Yes, so now you understand why.
So best PC game we have Battlefield 4.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Gone Home, Papers, Please, and The Stanley Parable. Hey, three of these were also in indie.
Yeah.
And Battlefield 4 actually suffered on PC.
I know. So,
you know what I think? Even though I have no experience, I'm gonna just say Stanley Parable probably is gonna win this.
I'm gonna say indifferent because I really don't care.
No, I don't care.
The same.
I mean, what I think is gonna win when they announce.
Yeah, I'm kind of indifferent on the subject as well, since I'm not really that big.
Who do you think is gonna win?
Probably Stanley Parable.
I hate to say this, since I was Stanley Parable of Battlefield 4.
Yeah. All right. And now I'm gonna quickly go to casual game.
Yep.
Okay.
Animal Crossing, Disney Infinity, Plants vs Zombies, and Skylanders. We have two games that are very similar here.
I know.
I'm probably gonna say it's gonna be Animal Crossing.
Yeah.
That's the one I want. Because that game is addictive.
I think it's gonna be. I want it to be Animal Crossing, but I see it being Plants vs Zombie 2.
It probably is.
Actually, you know what I think is gonna win?
What?
Like people. Disney Infinity.
That's a possibility too, yeah.
No,
that is possible. The game did get very positive reviews.
Just from seeing from people, the people,
they're
all saying Disney Infinity.
Ironically, mind you, the same people that made Dragon Ball Z sagas.
Yes.
Weird enough.
I know.
I remember when I first.
Man. They made the Tak Juju games for the PS2 that were Nickelodeon properties.
Oh really? Oh yeah, that's right.
Now I don't care about DLC.
No.
Let's go to best voice actor.
Yes.
Yeah.
I actually, that's where I was going next. Actually, best voice actor. We have Troy Baker as Joel. Troy Baker again
as Booker DeWitt.
Stephen Ogg as Trevor Phillips, and Willem Dafoe as Nathan Dawkins.
William Dafoe.
Ooh, Mr. Green Goblin himself.
I think it's gonna be.
But realistically, I really liked Troy Baker as Joel in The Last of Us.
See, that's the problem, because I thought he was both good as Joel and Booker.
You know what I think it's gonna be?
Who?
Stephen Ogg.
Really?
People love Trevor, man.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Watch me lose that. Watch me.
No,
Yeah, probably.
It is a possibility. It is a strong possibility.
Because people love that dude.
And no offense to Willem Dafoe. I mean, he's a really great actor or voiceover as well. But
Streets of Fire, I love that movie. He's the bad guy in that.
Yeah.
He's Green Goblin in Sam Raimi's Spider-Man.
Yep.
He also played Jesus.
Really?
Yeah. The Life and Times of Jesus. Yeah.
That's right.
Hope they bring him in as the Joker in the Batman reboot.
I won't mind that, but
He'd actually make a
the
good
nominations.
One. Like based on the Arkham.
Steve Ogg. It looks like I might be right after all. There's people here saying Steve Ogg.
I'm between. I'm gonna go with both of your guys' nominations. It could be either Steve Ogg as Trevor, or it could go Troy Baker as Joel.
Because they actually.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now, who you guys said you like Joel the best personally, or
yeah?
Which one's your personal? That one?
Oh, personal. I'm stuck between. It's funny because it's the same person, but I'm stuck between Joel or Booker, to be honest.
All right.
Well, Joel for me. I mean, I haven't even seen Troy Baker's performance as Booker DeWitt because I haven't even played BioShock Infinite yet.
Fair enough.
All right, now best voice actress.
Well, this is gonna be interesting.
We have Ashley Johnson as Ellie, Courtney Draper as Elizabeth, or as I sometimes call her, Humana, but you know.
Humana.
Camilla Luddington as Lara Croft, and Ellen Page as Oh wow.
Yeah, Jodie.
So I actually Lara Croft. She was really good.
This is a really good nomination, but the one I'm really hoping for, it's between Ashley Johnson as Ellie or Camilla Luddington as Laura.
Yes.
Actually, let me track that because I did like Ashley as Ellie, but I thought Courtney Draper was better as Elizabeth. Shoot, this is hard.
You know,
it is.
Hey guys, take a look at both Ellie and Jodie Holmes. Resemblance is very uncanny, isn't it?
Don't get me started with that crap, please. This is why I'm saying. This is why I'm going not with Ellen Page, because seriously, what the hell? Come on.
David Cage.
I'll go
with Laura.
I'm going with Laura too, but it's a really hard choice because I thought all four, even that whole controversy that she started with earlier in the year after its release of The Last of Us, they all did a phenomenal job in each respective game.
Yes.
Again, people, I'm going to be skipping two things: DLC and best song in a game because it's redundant.
Okay.
I'm going to go next to best soundtrack.
Okay, I can't wait. Okay,
Okay, best soundtrack we have.
Oh, wow.
BioShock Infinite, Grand Theft Auto 5, Ni no Kuni, and The Last of Us. Does Grand Theft Auto 5 count as licensed music?
Yes,
licensed
music.
Well, it's actually both licensed music, and it could be both licensed music and the actual score.
Well, then I don't know which one they're.
Yeah, but it's just whenever it comes. Well, I mean, when it comes to Grand Theft Auto, for me, they tend to. I always think of them using licensed music because you're always in the car and listening to music.
Fallout. That's how I feel about it.
Yeah.
Because if that's the case, then it's not fair. I'm gonna pick Grand Theft Auto because it has freaking music sounds better with you and Majo's Lady and all those house music, and I'm a house guy.
See, I agree with you. The '90s dance music is the good part of GTA 5, but I honestly feel like that's the only good portion of GTA 5, to be honest.
Because if we forget the license part, then who did Ni no Kuni?
The guy who does the music for
was it Joe Hisaishi?
Yes.
Well then, dang. I'm gonna go Ni no Kuni then. He's brilliant.
I'm going with Ni no Kuni as well too. Me too, Fab, because I'm
Ni no Kuni. Yes, I agree.
I'm stuck between Ni no Kuni and the other two with Bioshock and The Last of Us. But Ni no Kuni just blew out the water for me personally.
Yeah, Joe Hisaishi and Ray Kondo. And if you guys don't know who Ray Kondo is, that's basically one of the same composers who worked on Okami's soundtrack.
Now, if you don't know Joe Hisaishi, he's done basically everything Ghibli.
Yep.
And he's also done Mobile Suit Gundam's Movie 2 and Movie 3, and Robotech.
Yeah, he did Nausicaa Valley of the Winds. He did Castle in the Sky. He's basically like...
He's basically Ghibli's dude.
Yeah, Ghibli's, or I would say... Ghibli, or I would say Hayao Miyazaki's right-hand man when it comes to the music.
Yep.
So anyway, but if you don't know, look his stuff up on YouTube. It is beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Dang, that was easy. Ni no Kuni, yeah.
Yes.
If you're not counting licensed stuff, yeah.
Yeah.
Now, the last thing I wanted to go to, again, I'm skipping best song in a game because it kind of redundant after this soundtrack.
Fair enough.
And DLC, I don't think. Do we care?
What do you think? Studio of the Year or Game of the Year?
Did we already do Game of the Year?
Oh no, we didn't.
And to be honest, just to go,
I know it's the most anticipated game.
Oh no, we didn't. You're right. Okay, then we have two things still left: Studio of the Year and Game of the Year. I'm gonna go with Studio of the Year first.
Okay.
Okay.
Just put my 2 cents out there. You know, with best song, I think it's gonna go to Sleepwalking from GTA 5.
All right.
Just throwing it out there because I think it's gonna happen. It's a really good song too. But
all right, that's fine.
Anyway, Studio of the Year.
We have Irrational Games, Naughty Dog, Rockstar, and the Fulbright Company. So pick between your favorite daughter or son now.
Jesus. Oh,
Shelly.
God.
No, wait. Sophie's choice.
I'd probably say Irrational Games.
I'm stuck between Irrational and Naughty Dog.
I know. Same here.
And wait, for that matter, why isn't Crystal Dynamics up here?
Because they haven't made a new Gex. That's why.
Oh yeah, that's right. Square Enix considered it a commercial failure.
Oh yeah, sure. Which ironically, it's getting a sequel. But besides the point,
or there is that possibility of a rumor of a re-release, but we'll talk about that.
For me, it's a toss-up. Naughty Dog, I guess.
So Neil Druckmann it's between Neil Druckmann, the guy who was the creative director on Uncharted 2, against Ken freaking Levine of System Shock fame.
Now,
damn it!
The people's choice seems to be Naughty Dog, and for me, it's tough. I'm
going against the grain, and I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this to you because they're in the same state that we live in, and I don't want to get bashed by them. So Rational.
They are? They're Massachusetts?
Yeah, they're Boston, dude.
Oh, well, that 2-hour drive. They have to drive 2 hours.
Yeah.
Well,
still.
No, not really. No, dang, that's right. No, never mind. They could drive like 45 minutes.
Yeah.
So in other words, I'm watching for my own skin, i.e. Irrational.
You have a 45-minute head start to run. All right, then. So what about you, before
Game of the Year.
GOTY. Well, what's your Studio of the Year, Double R?
I said Irrational Games.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I said Naughty Dog.
Okay.
So
it's nothing against Naughty Dog. I mean, I think Naughty Dog is a really great developer, but it's just the thing is that I think they actually release games more periodically than what Ken Levine does.
Fair enough.
Now, Game of the Year. Funny thing, by the way, the choices are BioShock Infinite, Grand Theft Auto 5, Super Mario 3D World, The Last of Us, and Tomb Raider. Commercial failure, and yet people like my dad who love the game seem to still give it enough kick to make it to this list.
I know.
Tomb Raider.
I want Tomb Raider to win, but I know which one's going to win.
Last of Us?
GTA 5.
Oh, GTA.
Yep.
Oh, man.
I want Super Mario 3D World to win, but I honestly believe it's going to be GTA 5.
Which, no disrespect to the fans who like this game, I don't get why. I don't get it. I like GTA 4 it is, but as I got older, it's just like... In the respective podcast we do, Kyle, I told you what I did with my copy of GTA 5 once I completed it. I sold it.
Yes.
Yeah, it's just because as I got older, I like it better than 4, don't get me wrong, but do I think it's GOTY worthy? Not
Material?
really.
No.
Not really. It's a great game, don't get me wrong. But I think the other choices, especially Super Mario 3D World, which I honestly haven't played with, but from what I've heard and seen, I think that's a better choice than GTA 5. But then again, this is my opinion.
And that's what I feel. Super Mario 3D World, it's one of the games that I've had a blast continuing to play like every single freaking day. Just to complete everything.
I gotta tell you right now, if either both BioShock, The Last of Us, or even Tomb Raider wins it, I'll be shocked.
I would be too.
I'll be happy with.
I hate to sound like that cynic, but I really do think that GTA 5 is gonna win.
From what the people are saying, it looks like the popular vote is Last of Us and GTA.
How
so
unexpected!
It looks like it's between those two. GTA's on multi-plat, so it has more push. Dagnabbit.
Yeah. Do go with your heart, man. What do you feel like? What do you really feel like you want?
Personally,
yeah.
Like you, I think GTA 5's winning, but personally, I want Tomb Raider.
And it's a hard choice because Tomb Raider, I think Tomb Raider, The Last of Us, Super Mario 3D World, and even BioShock Infinite are more GOTY worthy material than GTA 5 is, to be perfectly honest. But then again, like I said before, this is my own personal opinion. You know what I mean?
We are way above our normal time.
Yeah.
Yes, I was going to say.
It's a long one, but still.
I want to say, instead of our let's do our normal plugs, and then I'm going to make an announcement. Speaking of the VGXs, people, we got something else to say.
Yes.
First of all,
maybe we can end it off by saying what's the one game or what's something that we can. What's probably the thing, our biggest anticipation or whatever.
We forgot, forget that. We forgot to mention what we think
it's going to be one of the big exclusives,
reveals.
The biggest, biggest reveals.
I think Fallout 4.
Pete Hines did recently say on Twitter that they're not going to be the VGX, but we remember Pete Hines being a true source, like a trustworthy source for Bethesda. I think they're going to be there. And I think they're going to announce Bethesda. I think Bethesda is going to announce Fallout 4. But me personally, this is so interesting one. This is going to be the very first year that Nintendo is going to be there, and Reggie's going to be there live on stage. What do you guys think?
Yes.
I want to hear your guys' choices.
I'm thinking, since I'm probably the more bigger Nintendo fan, no offense, Jeff and
not taking
Jerry.
I'm taking.
But if I had to say that they're going to be, that since Nintendo's going to be there, and they say an upcoming Wii U game, this could literally mean something entirely brand new or something that's already been announced for the system. But But if I had to say, if it had to be something new, there's only two I can think of. It's either a new F-Zero, a new Star Fox, or even a new Metroid. The 3, if you'll excuse me.
Right.
But if it was something of an upcoming game, I would say either Bayonetta 2, Monolith Soft's new game, X, or the first debut of what Zelda on the Wii U is going to look like. Those are the possibilities of what I'm thinking it's going to be, what Nintendo's big reveal is.
Yeah. How about you, Jerry?
What Double R? I'm gonna go with what Double R said for actually happening, and for what I want to happen would be a new IP. But I think what Double R said is sound
more realistic.
It's something with Zelda or something like that. Yeah.
and not only that, but I agree with you guys. I really think it's gonna be Zelda Wii U, mainly due to the fact that it was originally gonna be shown at E3, but they canceled it because they didn't have that much. Saving goes with New York Comic Con. I think they have enough right now to at least show a teaser, telling people, yo, this game is coming out. We still haven't figured out, you guys. Here's the first reveal. And here's the thing. It has to be in the... I'm hoping that's in the same magnitude as what Twilight Princess was shown for the first time at E3 2004. Because that's kind of the audience that Nintendo needs to, to boost up the sales for the Wii U, especially from that audience from the VGX.
Yeah.
But, whatever properties. We talked about Fallout 4, and I think that really is going to happen, even though what Pete Hines recently said on Twitter. We know Titanfall is going to be shown with some surprises apparently. The Witcher 3 is going to be shown more of, as well as the upcoming RPG from South Park, The Stick of Truth. What are some other games that you guys think are going to be some of the big unknown announcements?
Uncharted 4.
Oh, that's a given. Come on.
Me personally. I honestly think that Rocksteady Studios is going to be there to debut their next Batman Arkham game.
Here's the thing,
because they did say they are currently working. Because Rocksteady did say they are currently working on something brand new. Well, it could be from an existing franchise or a new IP, but even Kevin Conroy has even stated that he's working closely with Rocksteady on the next Arkham game with them. And we all know that Arkham Origins was developed by WB Montreal.
Yeah.
So when he says that he's working on the next Arkham game with Rocksteady Studios, it's obviously going to be a sequel to Arkham City.
I agree with you, but I'm going to go a little bit more beyond. It's going to be taking place in the Arkham universe, but there's one thing I'm really hoping it is. It's not Batman-centric, it's Justice League-centric.
I would love...
You know what they should call it?
What?
Arkham World. Arkham World.
You know, I would love for us to continue this.
But we're over.
Let's
plug.
Yeah,
we kind of went overboard with this because I mean it was a really good take.
Yeah, it was.
Because I'm still
so
not
anyway, to plug for me. Okay, that's fine. Anyway, to plug for me before we go, I would like to say thank you all for listening to this and watching the footage of the. I hope the PS4 footage of what I'm playing is on there. I hope it's not flagged or anything, but hopefully not. But anyway, you can follow me on Double RPG Reviews through my YouTube channel for all the reviews, news stories, rants, and that kind of stuff. But for my Let's Plays, you can follow me on Double RPG Game Riffers Solo, and I'll have links in the description for both of those. And I'm still working on my review for New Super Mario Bros. U, and I hope to have that out before Christmas, hopefully. So that way I can, have a new review up, because I actually want to get back in the production of that. And also, episode 28 of the Ninja Turtles cartoon, the review for that should be in the works very, very soon. Anyway, that's it for me.
Cool. On my end, you can follow me on Twitter at 60MinJeff. You can also check me out, besides this, on the Game Riffers, also on Kyle's podcast, the 40S Audio Podcast, over at gotgame.com.
Yes. And I should also clarify with a little announcement too, Jeff. That I mentioned this on the 40S podcast, but I'm taking a step back from the podcast that I created, because obviously I have a lot of things on my plate in terms of not only creating content, but things in life that are taking place. So I need to take a step back and kind of reprioritize what I want to, what really interests me at this point. So, but it's not to say the same that I'll be back someday. I mean, I will be back, but it's just I'm actually going to be working more behind the scenes for my podcast from now on.
Definitely.
Sounds like someone I know.
And that someone would be you, wouldn't it?
Yes.
You ruined the illusion.
Anyway, Jerry, what's your plug?
Alright, you can check out thebrokeninfinite.blogspot.com, where I'm vice president. We review comic books, we review movies, video games. We post the Game Riffers up there a lot. Actually, all the time. We do all kinds of cool stuff. Check out youtube.com/BradBurnsRival, which is the FighterXaos YouTube. Check out my Twitter, at IkariRadio, IKARIRADIO. My DeviantArt, FighterXaos.deviantart.com. I do commissions. Currently, I'm writing a comic, so
cool.
That's actually the reason why I stepped back from podcasting.
Yeah.
And I think
anything else?
No, that's all I want people to check out. That I do personally, because the thing I want to announce next has to do with all of us, or two of us, because you'll be busy. Jeff?
Yes?
What is it we're doing on Saturday night? What are the thing we're talking about?
Yes, we're doing our annual stream for the VGAs, now known as the VGX, this Saturday starting at the show's time, which is 6 p.m. EST, 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We will do it on Twitch under twitch.tv/FighterXaos.
Yep.
But before the show actually starts, an hour, we will be doing a discussion on one of the rumors we think it's going to be shown at the VGX, which is Fallout 4. So if you're a huge Fallout fan and like to listen what we think about what the next installment is going to be in the atmospheric wasteland that is the Fallout series, tune in and listen to our thoughts.
Yes, tune in a half hour earlier.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I will not be able to join for the stream because of work, but hopefully I'll get to watch the stream in an encore or something.
Mm-hmm.
So that way I can deliver my own thoughts next time whenever I do something, whether it's 4DS or, just this, Riff Table related.
Mm-hmm.
So again, that's twitch.tv/FighterXaos, FighterXaos. And you'll definitely want to be there because it's going to be a lot of fun. We have a lot of guests lined up.
And I imagine, Jerry, you will also include us in the description for the episode too, right?
That's Double R who does that.
Okay, now Double R.
Uh-huh.
You'll include the link in the description as well too, right?
Yeah, but I'll need to get the link from you guys.
Of course. No, of course.
Yes.
With that said...
That said, I think that will conclude episode 7 of the Riff Table Arcade from the Game Riffers. I'm Double RPG.
I'm 16-Bit Jeff.
And I'm FighterXaos.
And we will definitely see you next time. And we will end off on this note, like always, Godspeed, and game on, gamers.
Nimyo Kanryo.